It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic.
Oh, I've done that before.
Welcome to Magic Monday.
Welcome to Magic
We just
Monday.
did like 10 minutes of Magic Monday without pressing record on the camera. So I
That's
guess
We
That was a
remember what we were
practice.
talking about. We were talking about no.
so we're talking about today getting rid of the glorification of busy.
Yeah.
So slowing down and connecting with yourself, and also fun. Like making time in your life for fun.
Yeah, remembering that life doesn't have to be that serious.
Yeah, making sure that you give yourself time out. So we all have our routines and our work and our commitments and responsibilities, but making those times, even if it's just an afternoon where you go to the beach with friends, go out for lunch, have a good laugh, do the pongo. You don't know about the pongo?
No,
Yeah,
good
the
time.
The pongo is going to be reborn. Pongo will be reborn. But we went out last Sunday and we had a great. Oh my God, we laughed and laughed and laughed. We used to do this dance called the pongo, that we'd pongo bomb all like the bands and stuff around town and get everybody copying us doing the dance. It was so much fun. We even had these headbands that we used to wear. Yeah. So yeah, making more time for fun.
Making more time for fun.
Yeah, fun's really important.
And being okay with not doing anything is actually great, because you're filling up your batteries. You wouldn't demand your phone to work all the time without putting it on the charger.
And
So
what's
it's
that book
good
you were
to put
talking
yourself
about?
on the charger. And the book I was talking
Yes.
about was A Pace of Grace. And
Pace of
basically it's a
Grace.
guidebook on how to live with a pace of grace. And it was written by Linda Kavlin-Popov, who wrote the Family Virtue Guide, how
Yes.
to bring the best out of ourselves and our families. And in this book, one of the things she does is that at the beginning of the year, she takes the calendar and she books 4 holidays. One for herself, like some spiritual retreat, something just for her. One with a favorite group of friends, one with a partner, one with the family. And then she weaves the work around the holidays. Not work, and try to find the holidays. She also naps religiously. And she now travels the world. I think she's in her 90s.
Oh wow.
She travels the world to teach people about living with the pace of grace. And during her day workshop, she gets everybody to bring the yoga mat or the sleeping bag, and everyone gets to lie down. And it also makes me think of another book called Thrive, a new matrix of success, who was written by Arianna Huffington, who created the Huffington Post. And she's a brilliant go, was raised in America, so this whole idea that you have to work.
Hard
But
workers.
then she realized, like apparently at the Huffington Post, they have rooms where any of the people who work there can stop any moment if they feel a bit tired, and they have to stop their work and go and restore themselves. So, and she talked also about this new matrix of success.
Yes,
And how
definitely.
to thrive in all areas of your life. You have to have joy. You have to have energy. You can't be depleted and like having no.
Yeah, things have
time
shifted and changed in the way that we work and operate on this planet, and it's getting to that place where it's so much better.
Yeah. It's the first steps. It's gonna get
First steps where people are actually starting to put themselves as a priority, because we all are starting to value our worth.
And I guess the COVID thing as well, everyone had to stop and reassess and see what's really important, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. And a friend of mine has a goddess day every week.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting
Yeah,
a goddess day.
goddess day once a week. So I mean, it feels like such a luxury, extravagant to take one day, and whether or not you pay and go for a massage or do something like that, or if you just stay at home and read a book and nourish yourself with good food, go for a walk, have a sleep. There's definitely something in the old goddess day, I think, and just taking and making it a priority to recharge, renew.
My Qigong master, who was really big, the old Qigong idea is to maximize your life force and to be in connection with all living things, so you realize that you're part of the cosmos. But the homework was to do 1 day a week of doing nothing. And when she means nothing, she means like nothing, not even reading or watching a movie, just like almost meditating. If you're hungry or thirsty, you can eat, but it's just this idea to stop. And if you can't do a full day because it's a big ask in our Western lives, at least do half a day. And our daily homework was to stop for at least half an hour in the middle of the day. And I later found out that it takes actually 28 minutes for the course of chi to move through every single meridian in your body.
Ah, cool.
And you know, when you stop, your body instantly starts to repair, regenerate.
Yeah.
So it's like a beautiful ritual of putting yourself.
And
in
I
the
guess,
character.
like, just looking at Zen, the dog,
Yeah.
over there, and also thinking of Tulip, my cat, and Banjo, they spend a lot of time doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like,
then you take them for a walk, they have a lot of energy
Yeah.
to run about.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
to have fun.
They have fun and give all out, but then when it's time for rest and
Yeah.
recovery, they're totally in the rest and recovery.
Totally.
I mean, they don't have to work. But, I mean, my cat seriously spends all day in meditation. She's just sitting there, doesn't move for like the whole day.
Wow.
It's incredible. It's so inspiring to think that she can do that every day and that's her
Nobody
life.
gives out. I'm saying
No
you're a
one,
bit lazy.
yeah, nobody gives. I do sometimes. I'm like,
Would
are
you
you
be
still
you?
there?
I don't think you would be so bored doing nothing
Yeah,
all day.
yeah. True. I'd get a little bit bored, I think. But it is really inspiring to how that, for her,
The
like,
stillness.
she's still an animal of this world, and how animals, they do naturally chill
Yeah.
when they're not looking for food or having fun. They're just relaxing.
Yeah, I mean, that's was the way of life too. Like, if the Qigong way, you normally rise with the sun, and that's the always. And when the sun is up, you rest, and when the sun goes down, you come back in and you rest. So there's all these, moments of activity and rest, and there's like balance in between. I think we've talked about this before. It's almost even at in the Steiner education, they do. It's like following the rhythm of the breath. They do something active, then they do something quiet, and they do something active, and so there's like a rhythm of action and restoring. And also we were talking about, if you're a generous person who likes to give a lot, the more you're filling in your bank account of life force, the more you have to give.
Yes.
So don't feel guilty if you stop and do something for yourself, because the more you look after yourself, the better mother you are, the better friend, the better partner, the better everything.
Yeah.
So by looking after you, it's not just an act of selfishness or laziness, it's actually an act of love and of service to
and
all the people around you.
inspiring all those people around you that is a good thing to do as well. So being that role model, saying to others that it's really important to take care of yourself and to rest and to have fun. And connect with your friends and not always be in this state of work and domestic routine and responsibility. And I think as adults we just get so sucked in. We forget to have fun.
We forget to have fun.
Yeah. And just hang. Just do nothing. I mean, I hardly ever do nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I like hitting the road, because when I hit the road I do nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, I plan, it's like on Monday I've already planned 1 day of doing nothing. Just snoozing, reading, eating, snoozing, walk on the beach, just
Beautiful.
yeah, so exciting.
I guess not everybody has that freedom, but you have to, if you find maybe more, yesterday, or not yesterday, but last Monday was about being creative. Maybe we could be creative about finding ways to have more freedom for ourselves, more freedom to restore and reconnect to what brings us joy.
I guess if you have children at home, like young children too, like you connect with them and have fun with them, or you should. So having fun with your kids, like if you've got small children, it's such an amazing opportunity to connect with fun.
Yeah, and I was saying how when you're a parent, like this time I'm a grandparent, it's just so different to be with children when all you have to do is be with them.
Yeah.
Where often I regret that when I was a parent, I had the kids in the bathroom, I'm thinking of the dinner, and when the dinner I'm thinking of, you're kind of always in the next step instead of completely being here, enjoying the story. You're going to want to rush the story so they go to bed. So,
Yeah.
and to really explore all the moments where you can be present and have fun and, reignite the joy and not having to do work all the time.
Yeah, like children give you such a good opportunity to connect
And to
with
slow
fun.
down as well.
And to slow down.
When they're little, they take so long
But
to walk to
it's
the park and
so
the rock and the stick.
yeah.
And,
And isn't it so funny, because as adults we're just so frustrated by that, by the fact that it takes 2 hours to get out of the house.
Yeah.
And that, we're walking down a path and we can't even get to the river because there's a rock and a stone or a puddle that we're going to have to spend half an hour at.
Yeah.
But there's such good lessons in that
If
connection,
you
isn't
can
there?
embrace it and just slow down and be there, then it becomes really awesome.
Yeah.
And they remind you how magic life is.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess slowing down and connecting with yourself and fun and just being in the here and now, it just reminds you of the magic of life.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we all remember when we were kids how long a day took
Yeah.
to go. Like a day was like a year now. Now we're just like halfway through a year and we don't even know how we've got here.
Yeah.
It just flies
it's so
by.
easy to get busy.
Yeah, because we just fill ourselves with things, busyness, things to do, social work, commitments, all these different things, glorifying busy. Because
But yeah, to make the time just to be okay.
So I challenge you to give yourself 2 hours if that's all that you can afford, preferably like a day, a goddess day, a day off from your regular life. But if it's an afternoon or if it's an evening or a couple of hours where you just actually stop and
Do
sit
something completely for yourself. And
or just sit under a tree and watch the wind going through the leaves. Do nothing. I challenge you to do nothing.
Yeah.
This week, that's our little practice,
That's
is
a
to
good
give yourself an hour, or how good would it be to have an hour a day where you do absolutely nothing?
Well, I do that.
Yeah. I do that. Like I know myself well enough that when I get wound up, I know that I have to give myself that time.
Yeah.
Otherwise I get sick or I get stressed or anxious or too wound up. So I have to give myself that time.
Like if I'm tired, I'm grumpy, and if I'm grumpy, it's not nice to be around me. So as a gift for others, I just make sure that I always top up in the slightest sign of feeling a bit tired. I guess I have the luxury to be able to do that, but I have got into that practice probably for the last 20 years to stop in the middle of the day and fill up my batteries. And sometimes also when the sun goes down, so when you come back from work, instead of jumping into the next thing to do, even if you can take 20 minutes or 28 minutes, you just stop and put yourself on the charger. Is a good idea as well.
Yeah. So recharge, rest, and
reconnect.
reconnect.
Fun.
Yeah.
Don't be so serious and don't feel like doing is the best thing. You are a human being, not a human doing.
Yes, I like that. You're a human being, not a human doing. So let's be human beings
and beings and enjoy being and come off the doing wheel.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
Great one. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful week.
Week filled with beingness.
Yes, human and being.
Take care.
Bye.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic.